All right, I'm here with the head football coach of the Maury Commodores, Dyrri McCain, entering year 3, I believe, at the helm of the Commodores after last year's regional title and state semifinal appearance today. His 3-star running back C.J. Beasley making his college choice, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Coach, we were just talking about a second ago, you don't see too many players have their recruitment explode from junior year going into senior year like C.J. did. Double-digit offers. He had schools from the SEC, ACC, and all over recruiting him, and he's going to Virginia Tech. Your thoughts on him as a player and what Virginia Tech's getting in him?
Oh man, a stud. And I guess I'll just bring up the first point about him with the explosion of from his junior year going into senior year. I had been talking to many coaches about this kid and just letting them know what type of guy he is and what type of player he is. But I guess it took for the film to show and for the year to go on for him to get there. His year is kind of reminding me of how it happened with Keandre, because it's the same thing and Tashawn and the rest of those guys. But he exploded up on the scene and had a good year, had a heck of a year. So that's with having all the guys outside and him still being able to do what he does in the backfield. I think he finished top 4 in the area as far as a rusher.
Yeah.
So,
which is a lot considering how much you guys throw the ball in effectively too.
Right. So with having that guy and with having that dynamic type of guy, man, he brought something to the table, and I think a lot of coaches ended up finding notice to it, and I think that's what kind of built that. And as far as him and what Virginia Tech is getting, like I spoke about in there with the speech, there's nothing I have to worry about with that kid. Like, I mean, he's gonna get it done in the classroom. He has so much determination. He's always trying to prove that he can do something. He's that type of kid. If you tell him that he's not 6'2", he's gonna try and stretch his body to be 6'2". If he's not 200 pounds, he's going to try and get 200 pounds.
Well, that determination's probably got to transfer over to the football field, where you're in tight games and you know you can go to him for a drive to finish it off, basically, right?
No question. He had some really good runs last year. I think one that really stuck to me, we played Salem in the regional semi.
And they got a great back as well.
Yes, and he's a heck of a back. But that run that CJ made, I think we were like midfield. We were about the 40-yard line, and he ran. It was supposed to be like a 7-yard gain, and then he dragged for another 10, 13 yards. So to see that from him, that was the moment that I saw, like, yes, this guy's ready to go.
And it's kind of the naturally born leaders, because I mean, you got about 80+% of your team back, though you do lose your quarterback Alvontae Lawton and Sheridan Jones, the All-American corner, to Clemson. Is he a guy that's going to now direct these guys, along with Keandre Lambert, Ty Granger, and others, to kind of get them in line, knowing what's at stake for you guys this year, and you can be right back in that hunt?
Yeah, I think with CJ, and we talk about how guys got to get better at their game and all that type of stuff. He doesn't worry me about his ability and wanting to get better and all that type of stuff. And he doesn't worry me about his leadership. I think if somebody asked me earlier, like, what do you think that he has to work on? His ability in his game, that doesn't worry me. He's going to get better. He's going to be good. His leadership is the biggest thing. And when you could say that, I mean, you're getting a heck of a kid if that's all he has to work on. And that's not saying a bad way, like he's not, but that's the only thing I feel like that he needs to put more work into, because he needs to understand the responsibility of him being the player that he is.
Well, and then they get to college, the weight program, just polish up the technical things. Those things are smaller than some of the bigger picture things for kids that make that transition. He's got that stuff down pat. Looking at this year coming up here with his decision out of the way, you got some other guys that will be making college decisions. And I heard a statement from somebody recently about, man, they go over to Maury and you've got like almost a college-like program with the guys you got and the way that they're operating. From year 1 to year 2, how did you guys take that from, you guys were under 500 first year, second year you're playing in a region championship, you win it, you get to states. How did that process all go? I mean, I know you give it to the kids as the credit, but there was a lot of things behind the scenes, I'm sure, that contributed to it too.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, like you said, it was definitely the guys. It was definitely the kids. They just bought in. I think it was more so of them understanding. That first year, we were never really out of any game. It wasn't over from the beginning. That first year. So I think they saw, like, we can do it. It's just some little things that we got to change and do, and more discipline, and learning how to practice and little things like that. And those guys, like, were willing to take whatever challenge was put on the table. And when you got guys that are willing to do that, that's going to lead to 4 or 5 more wins. So I think that's pretty much it. And of course, coaching brought more coaches in. I think we were only at 5 my first year. Got hired here kind of late, but having those guys, my staff, and the kids wanting to buy into it, I think it just put everything together into what we did last year.
Well, much as you know from being at Norview with Coach Cotton, once you're in kind of year 3, it's kind of entrenched. It's your program, it's your guys. Last 2 for you, thank you for your time here with Coach McCain of the Maury Commodores. The hallways here at Maury, I got to imagine that it's really upbeat and there's kind of that swagger around it with the basketball team winning a championship. You guys winning a regional title, spring, winter, and fall sports all doing well here. Is there kind of a different feeling and vibe around the school and the community here?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Teachers love it. Principal, Ms. Karen Bird, she loves it. Of course, Ed Boyd loves it, our AD.
He's staying pretty busy.
Yes, he is. Busy guy. But no, the teachers love it. Everybody loves it. I know as far as football, we just kind of wanted to set that tone for everybody across. And basketball, they definitely finished the deal, so congrats to Coach Plummer. But we were just trying to set the tone for everybody else to do what they're doing. And, the year's going on, and we're going to try and do the same thing next year.
Final one, rankings aren't out, and we know Highland Springs is defending 4-time state champs, and for a reason. They're mighty good. You saw them in state semis. But there's kind of this word out there, Maury could be the #1 team in Hampton Roads this year, and you guys could be on a collision course again. Now you're the hunted as opposed to hunter. How different is that approach as you go into this year, or does the approach just remain exactly the same?
I think hunted is I think that's outside.
Okay.
I think that's what other people think is what it is. I talk to my team all the time, and I just ask them what they want, man. And I know I say that all the time, but that's serious. I ask them what they want, and whatever they want, they just got to know that the work that's happening to them or what's happening to them is because it's what they wanted. So we really just, I know for me, I can speak for myself. I just stick to whatever the guys want. Coaches, we got to deliver. Whatever these kids want, we got to deliver. We got to do our best to deliver. So as far as that, I don't really feed into any of that. I don't at all. But I mean, I can see why people want to say that. But we got work to do here. We gotta stay hungry. We gotta stay healthy. We gotta stay working hard. Because all that really is on paper. But we still got to line up at 7 o'clock versus Bethel's our first game, and then whoever else. And we gotta do it on the field before we talk about paper.
Well, it should be some fun Friday nights here at Maury High School in Norfolk. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Yeah, good deal, man.